Hi there, welcome back to the VMO YouTube channel. This is Jansen. Today I'm taking a look at the Breakaway Cannon. So if you use a fixed spool reel and you're releasing the line with your finger on the cast, it can be quite painful, especially if you're using bigger leads, bigger baits, put a lot of power into the cast. You do need some kind of finger protection. So what we've got here is the Breakaway Cannon. This has been around for a long time now. We still sell loads of them. They're incredibly popular. Let's take a look at how it works now. So here it is, the Breakaway Cannon. There's a lot of copies doing the round, imitations of this original concept on eBay and so on. But this is one of the originals built by Breakaway and probably been around for at least 20 years, probably a lot more than that. So the thinking behind this is that on the cast, you're going to thread your line up over this barrel, and when you pull the lever down, it locks the line in place. When you make the cast, you release your finger off of the trigger, the line comes off of the barrel as per a regular fixed spool cast. So it's a great alternative to a glove or a finger stool. Very effective, and obviously it's going to prevent any damage to your finger, which is the whole idea behind it. So let's take a look at how we can rig it up on a rod. So I've got a short butt section here just to illustrate the use of this trigger, and you'll see that it's a reel seat. You know, if you're using coasters for a fixed spool reel, you really shouldn't be. You do want to have a either fixed or sliding winch fitting style reel seat on your rod. This one's glued in place. You may recall a video from a couple of months ago where I actually glued this reel seat on there, and it's still absolutely solid. But anyway, what we're going to do is put this onto the rod to give you an idea of how to go about using it. Now, conventionally, the whole idea of this thing was that it would go underneath the rod like this. Now, originally, the Breakaway Cannon was designed to sit underneath the rod, so rather than using your finger to trap the line from the reel against the blank or against the reel seat, you're actually wrapping the line around that barrel and holding it in place with the trigger like that. Now, some anglers in recent times, they've decided to start putting the cannon on the top of the reel seat. So what this enables you to do is to use your thumb to release the line with the mechanism rather than your forefinger. So perhaps if you've been using multipliers for a long time, like me, and you've gone onto a fixed spool reel quite recently, this could be worth investigating as well. It's a way of releasing the line with your thumb rather than your forefinger. And if you're used to that natural movement with your thumb, and releasing line with your finger on a fixed spool reel is quite alien, this could be worth having a look at. So let's get this Breakaway Cannon taped in place and we'll see how it looks. So there we are, I've taped the cannon in place onto the reel seat. It looks pretty crude, I know, it doesn't matter. That is on there nice and solid, and it's directly in line with the reel seat. So directly in line with the reel seat, above the reel, like that. So this line, when we make the cast, would usually come up against the rod, and we'd be casting like that. So what we're going to do with our line is bring it up from the reel and around the barrel, and then hold it in place like that. So there you go. You can see that is held nicely in place. And if I open the bail arm of the reel, there you go. So we're ready to make the cast. We can get a better purchase of the rod like this. There we go. So you can see there's my finger that would usually release the line, but instead I'm using my thumb at the top. That's nice and secure. I can pull on that. You can see the clutch of the reel is open. So that's obviously a big no-no. Let's close the clutch up. Whenever you're casting with a fixed spool reel, you want to have your clutch fully locked up. Otherwise it can slip and cause a nasty injury. So let's just pull the line back up around the cannon again. So I'm going to go underneath like that, and I'm going to lock it in place with the trigger. There we go. So now when I pull, no line is coming off of the spool of the reel because the clutch is fully locked up, as it should be. So to make the cast, all I'd have to do is release my thumb. Now if I do that, line's going to go flying off of the reel, but I'm going to do it anyway. So here's the cast, just like that. But there you go, that was an alternative way to use the Breakaway Cannon. And I've seen a lot of guys doing this. If you've come from a multiplier fishing background and you prefer to use your thumb to release the line rather than your forefinger, this is definitely worth a look. Anyway, I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please consider subscribing to the BMO channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.